Thank you. I am Justina. I am the founder and convener of the Youth in Oil and Gas Summit, and I am from Walfish Bay. And I'm a legal scholar in training, entrepreneur, and I'm very passionate about youth empowerment, especially in the oil and gas industry. So the Youth in Oil and Gas Summit was birthed from my own personal experience. I started off as an administrator in a supply company, and I had the opportunity to attend a few conferences, and myself being almost always the least qualified or the youngest, and the conversation being way over my head, I went back home, wrote some articles on LinkedIn, and then I decided, how about we have a day panel just discussing oil and gas 101? And that really kickstarted the journey 3 years later. I think the platform is very important, seeing that it is established and it is managed and handled for the youth, by the youth. It really speaks a youthful language, and it also addresses youth problems, be it unemployment, being skills, readiness that are needed in the industry. It really is a deep dive in Namibia's emerging oil and gas sector. And I think it's a platform that is accessible and also affordable for young people. And you receive the same access and the same level and the same quality of speakers and information as you would at any other conference. So I think it is strategically positioned because it is growing alongside the industry. And I think it's important in that we don't measure our success based on how many people attend. We measure on the outcomes. We measure on how many people have been connected to their future employers. We measure based on who got an internship or a mentorship opportunity. We measure on who learned or gained a new skill. So I think that's the strategic importance of the summit here. Walfish Bay, not because it's my birth town, but Walfish Bay is strategically positioned because it is the port harbor, and we have Namport, and it being the logistical hub of the oil and gas. And it kind of gives our delegate a chance to kind of immerse themselves practically within the dialogues. And we try and go beyond just being, the conversation, thought leadership. We also want to be practical. We want to take a tour into Namport. We see the SLB facilities, the helipad, and the Baker Hugh facilities, the NAMCO facilities. We actually want you to see what we're talking about and have that practical experience. Other than Walfish Bay soon becoming a commercial hub of oil and gas, it's another different location than where you usually have your oil and gas locations, conferences here in Windhoek. So it's a good thing that you have some traffic going to the coast. Other than that, I'm very passionate about Walfish Bay and bringing development to my hometown. I think it means that the platform is credible and we are moving in the right direction. We are asking the right questions and we are addressing them in the correct manner. I think it also means that we are reaching out to the right partners and it speaks to them as well. Because one thing we don't want to do is duplicate things that are already in existence. And that's why our purpose, our mandate is in our name. It's Youth in Oil and Gas Summit. We want to address youthful concerns, but also the positive sides. What are the opportunities to gain? What are the skills that I can gain? Who might be my future employer that is in attendance? So I'd really like to highlight also our endorsement from Petrofund as well as NAMCO, our national oil company, as well as our strategic partnerships with the Africa Energy Chamber, who have been with us since the first edition. That is our vehicle to the rest of the continent. And such partnerships are strategic in that we get our message out there, and we also get to bring foreign interest into Namibia and expose our young delegates to other oil producing countries and opportunities as well. Also very happy that we are under the patronage of Honorable Cornelia Shilunga, who is head special advisor at the upstream petroleum unit. And then we also have the American Embassy, who is our thought leadership. So this edition we have quite expanded, strategically so, because we see the need to really bring value to our delegates. We want this to be more than just a conference that you sit and take a picture and post it on LinkedIn. We actually want you to leave with valuable connections and information as well. My vision is simple. I would love this platform to really mushroom, firstly, across the African continent. I would love to have strategic partnerships with other governments from other oil-producing countries like Angola, like Ghana, Nigeria, Mozambique, Mauritius. And I would love to have them attend and participate in our program so that we can learn from their successes and their failures. We are strategically positioned in that we have the opportunity to learn how to maximize this new opportunity, not only for the government, but for the youth as well. We want to see where exactly can we focus our attention right now. And that starts by understanding the oil and gas value chain. What does upstream mean? What is midstream and what is downstream? What are the opportunities offshore and onshore? And you learn that by engaging with other oil producing countries, whether they have made a big success of it or whether maybe they've had mishaps. My legacy would be that this platform should exist long after I am gone, and that every young Namibian that participates finds value in opportunity and networking and putting themselves out there. And that one thing that I also want to inspire in young people is that I'd like for them to create their own opportunities and not rather wait for the government to give them jobs. And when you create your opportunity, that way you get the right to go and say, hey, I have an opportunity here. I have a business that I've started. Could you kindly support me? Rather than having an employee mentality. That's one of the legacies. I would say quite positively. From the first edition, where we had, I think, our recorded highest number of attendance, which is more than 700 delegates, majority of them being even if it's unemployed youth, majority of them being youth. And the one thing that I saw our delegates attending is they brought their resumes with on site. And so we have decided to incorporate an exhibition this year, and we've invited our many companies to participate through exhibition and have whether it's a resume, a point where they can receive the resumes, whether it's a mentor matching or an internship matching. But you see the value in it and you see the interest in it. Also just how they structure their questions during the Q&A sessions. You see that these are informed questions and these are honest questions. And so I would say the youth are really receiving this positively, so much so that we might have remote sessions for those who are not able to travel and be with us in Walvis Bay in person. So I would say it's being received very positively, and I'm very grateful for that, which means we're doing the right thing, we're asking the right questions, we're addressing it in the right manner. Networks in that I know personally what being in the right room can do for an ambitious young person. I want it to be more than the dialogue. Yes, the information is very important, because for you to be able to walk up to someone and have a conversation, you need to have that information. But I would love them to be in the same room with a country manager or their future employer, so the networking aspect of it. So that is the purpose of the platform, to bridge the gap that exists between young Namibians, aspiring Namibians, and the oil and gas industry. So the one thing that I would love for young people to walk away with is networking.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.